Help whenever you're ready.
Okay. Okay. Buenos dias, everyone. It's always a pleasure to see you and to share today this aspect of the shamanic aspects of with the plants, the healing with the plants. So let's do our prayer. Father, Mother, heart of the sky, heart of the earth, I ask you with all my heart to come today and to open our hearts, to open our minds, that we can be guided by your Holy Spirit to connect with the Spirit's elementals and to connect with the shamanic practices. How can we use it? How can we apply? How can we help our brothers and sisters? How can we help our Mother Earth, Mother Nature all the time with love, with respect, and honor? Thank you, Father, for the awakening in each one of the consciousness of my brothers and sisters. Please allow us to keep going in this secret path, always with worship you, your name, as the Mayan said, to be in this area, connecting with you, is a way to reconnect with the holiness that your name, Father, Mother, represents for all the creation. Thank you for the Spirit's elementals. Thank you for the life. Thank you for this day. In Lakech, Alakech. We have in the Maya land still books who express that important contact. Today we are going to focus in the shamanic energies and ways that we can use it. But at the same time, I choose three elementals that you have in the United States, in the area you live, that you can use it, like how to connect with them. So we will talk about that today. There is a book who is called Chilam Balam, and in that book, who is a copy of the ancient codex translated when the Spanish arrived, was a blended. The Mayas translated these words. They said, the Lord's spirits of the birds, the Lord's spirits of the precious stone, the Lord's spirits of the carved stones, the Lord spirits of the jaguars, guided and protect them. So these are the Lord's spirits of the birds, the Lord's spirits of the precious stone, the Lord's spirits of the carved stones, the Lord's spirits of the jaguars, guided and protect them. There is a quote from the Chilam Balam. That is the name of the book. You can find it, in the internet. Chilam Balam was the name of a great shaman, a great prophet, a great priest who ruled, and received these messages and translated. Now with that connection between the Maya and the Spanish. But what I want you to reflect in this moment is that you understand profoundly that the Lord spirits, the Lord spirits of the stones, of the precious stones, the jaguars, they guide it, and they protect them. That is an amazing way to understand that we have been talking, that when you connected with certain spirits of the plants, of the trees, of animals, they protect you. And this is very important because there is a connection with the thing that we call the totem spirit. You have a totem spirit, and that totem spirit has a connection in some way with your protection, with your way that you receive messages or guidance from this spirit elemental. We found this special stamp, in the Mayan calendar, who represents the shaman, and the word for a shaman in the Maya is men, N-E-N, and means to do with mastery. The ones who do things with mastery, the ones who have the faith to believe, to create, and to manifest. This is the shaman. And if you see, here in this area of his head, you know, there is an interesting thing, because the eye is exactly in that reference, connecting with the brain and at the same time with the sky. And these three lines represents when you get the experience, the knowledge. The beard in the Mayan tradition represents the wisdom. So when you are an elder, in the Mayan tradition, you have the knowledge, how to do things. So that's why the shaman, represented the three forces in this area of the head: father, mother, son, the manifestation, the faith to manifest what you think through your mouth. So the shaman is a person who is used 100% the faith to believe that to handle the spirits elemental, of the plants, of the minerals, there are many different ways to do it. And this is why the shaman, the priest, is using precisely the different kingdoms, to heal, to cleanse, to balance, to harmonize a person who is out of that balance. Shaman, Chaman, it's a word who comes from Mongolia, China. So we don't have that word in the Maya. We don't have the word shaman. It's applying now as a shaman, but we don't have it in our original vocabulary in the Maya. Is this? The man is the shaman man, and the ish man is the shaman woman. So when the old times, when you refer to that person, you really breathe in, man. Amen. Amen. It's like we say now, amen. So why? Because in some way, when we say amen, we are saying, so be it. It is done. So be it, it is done. Because you are a shaman. You have the faith 100% to manifest that idea, that healing, that cleansing, All the Ish men, Ish represent the sacred feminine, Ish men, there are shamans, women, or shaman woman, who represent the sacred feminine. So we have both. So if somebody's looking to see in the Maya land advertising or a promo who said shaman, in the little towns, you never will find it, because they don't call themselves shamans. They call the Amen or the Ish men. So it's a different concept, because shaman, as I told you, originally is a word who came from Mongolia, the area of China. It means person, human being, with power. So here, shaman is Amen, the one who believes, the ones who create, and the ones who have the power to manifest. So how, when you visit the shaman, what do you expect? That the shaman, gives you a word of faith. No, you're going to do it. Hey, this herb is going to heal you. All your energy is now healed. You are wonderful. Your energy is strong. And all these arise, your aura of light. Anything that you say with words is a manifestation that you have within you. The faith to believe that your words are going to help the person to be healed. That's why the Mayas have a beautiful concept about thinking, about how important it is when you think, when you express a thought. And they said in this way, to think in Mayan language is too cool. Tu means to be. Cool, adoring, worshiping. So when you are thinking, you are adoring, you are honor, you are worshiping what you think. You are in that moment similar to God, similar in terms of you are doing creations in your chalice. The head represents a chalice. And that chalice, with the color of the moon, who is silver, inside there is your wine that you are going to transform, to transmute. Because when you are thinking, you are adoring. Imagine how beautiful concept nowadays to apply it in ourselves. So when you think and you feel not in the right thing, immediately you enter in the communication, with father, mother, and you release those negative aspects of your thinking, bringing precisely the moment of to worship, to adore precisely because you have that beautiful gift to manifest through your thinking. To cool. To cool means when you are adoring. In the shamans, in our tradition here in the Maya land, this is the prayer who normally the shaman begins to do the cleansing using the herbs. And it sounds in Maya, Incaba Kilis Dios, Jumbil Dios, Dios del Espíritu Santo. You see there is some words in Maya and some words in Spanish because the blended of the Spanish and the Mayan culture. Incaba Kilis Dios is the Father, Jumbil Dios is the Son, Dios del Espíritu Santo is the Holy Spirit. So the three forces, Father, en nombre del Padre, del Hijo, Son, and the Holy Spirit. The three forces. Incaba Kilis Dios, Jumbil Dios, Dios del Espíritu Santo. This is actually how the shamans in the towns, do the cleansing and begin the cleansing, with the herbs. That is the three forces who manifest that they are believing in that moment, that they are manifesting, that energy, the sacred energy, in the moment of receiving you to heal, to cleanse, to put in balance, to take out the energies, that we call the aura, that stick in you, come with you, and they use elementals. The elementals they use, as I told you, is one of them. So we have different elementals. Before to start this, I will show you. These are the herbs that we use in the Maya lamp nowadays for to cleanse the aura. The basil, the rosemary, the ruda is the rue, is a grass or plant, and this is special of this area, which is sipche. Basil, rosemary, ruda or rue, sipche are used to cleanse the energies of a person who the person got in her aura. The Mayas call all these energies with the name of winds, like the winds. So when a shaman is looking to you, they said, oh, you have negative winds, bad winds stick in your aura. They don't say bad energies. They said bad winds, negative winds, because the winds is like the spirits who are around you, or positive winds. You have positive, good winds. That's the way that they conceive, this kind of connection, these energies. So the basil, you can use it to cleanse the rosemary, to cleanse, and maybe in some of the houses that you have there, you can find they have ruda. Ruda is one of the most powerful herbs and plants. And I have found one day in the United States, I went to one of these houses when they sell plants, and I found ruda. Not big as here, but they have inside protected for the climate, and you can use it. It's very powerful energy, and this is very, very good to cleanse your aura or the aura of another person when you need it to do this. So how do the shamans do the cleansing? So you take this, before you ask permission to the plant, you already said the purpose, because these plants already know that they are going to die. They are going to die because they are going to recollect from the aura, the energy of that person. And many times I've seen when the shaman finish, and I've done that, is completely burned. The green color changes a kind of round, and sometimes you see the burning. They offer their life for to cleanse the person. And what to do with that after you do the cleansing, you need, of course, to trash them. You don't keep it anymore, or you bury it in a hole in Mother Earth in order they could be transformed. This is very important. So normally, in the way that you begin is in the name of Father, Padre, Hijo, y Espíritu Santo. Always you do the cross. This is the head, this is the heart, and then both sides. In this way, you begin, and always you begin from the head. You go carefully, all the head, first the front of the person, always. And in this area, you keep sometimes here because this is the area who is receiving your energy, and you do this. It's a kind of cleansing, it's a kind of sweeping, head. And then you pass, to take out, then you pass through the eyes, forehead, the eyes, the third eye, to cleanse, Then it is the movement is like this. It's to get from up and down, to begin to sweep the aura of the person. And you go to the shoulders, then to the area of the throat, the heart. And you go down to the arms, then to the stomach, the area of the chakras, the second solar plexus, second chakra, first chakra, sexual organs, and then you go down until you arrive to the feet, and in that moment, you move to the back of the person. And then you begin in the back, doing the same in the back from the head. This area here is an area who normally we got the negative energies. It's exactly when the spine connected with the head. I don't know if you have had that feeling, but sometimes when we visited hospitals or we are in bars, very heavy energies, or areas where the energy is disturbed, normally those energies try to go and to connect in this area, making us not to feel well. Well, this is a good time to use this kind of herbs because we need to cleanse that. We need to cleanse, the spine, of course, all down the spine, the lungs, until you arrive to the hips, the coccyx, the butt, and then you go down until again the feet, and then you finish. What I'm going to do if I have this amount of herbs and I have 3 people, I will divide it. It's going to be this for one person, this amount for the other person, and this for the other person. Okay. I never put all together, and if I have 3 people, I use the same because you are going to pollute it with the same energies. You are going to cleanse the other person. You never do that. You always use specifically for one person this, the front and the back, and let it down. Next person, use the other one, do the same. Back, the third person comes. After you use it, you will see the change. Normally, they collected, and the color change, and then they are ready to be part again of Mother Nature or just to trash them. But never let, again, in areas not that you are connected spiritually, because this is something polluted by the energies. One day we did a ceremony of cleansing with a shaman, and the shaman came with us in the taxi, and he brought all these leaves and herbs in a bag in the taxi. So we just leave the taxi, but the shaman forgot the bag with all the herbs in the back of the taxi. And then lately, this man of the taxi called me and said, "Oh, when I was coming to Merida, I felt very strange energies in my back." It is because the back, all these energies were there. So I said, no, just take out of the car and put in the trash. So this is the situation. What happened? They are so heavy, charged with all the energies that you use it for cleansing. So you do this in this way with the rosemary. You use the ruda, you know, or if you don't have any other possibility, you can use water. You can find maybe a little flower, and if not, something like a piece of wood or something like this. But you need to imagine the situation when you are doing this. If you don't have any water, you can use your rattle. Then you are going to begin in the same way here. Rattles, you are going to do the same with the sound. You are going to feel when these energies are manifesting energy, good energy, cleansing, healing. You go first, the front of the person with the rattle, descending the energy, all the different areas. You go down, down, down until the feet. When you finish the feet, then you go in the back. So the instruments, this instrument is powerful. The reason of that is because normally the good rattles, they contain seeds from certain fruits of Mother Nature. And these seeds are connecting with the fruit or the flower, of the spirit elemental who already received the petition of the shaman to be part of the rattle. So the power of the spirit elemental of that plant, we have one that maybe some of you have seen, is called the flamboyant. It's like a rattle long with many seeds. These seeds you can connect it with the spirit elemental and to ask to do one rattle. Another possibility is to use a drum. So you can use the drum in front of the person. Then the drum maybe is smaller than this one, but you can do in front of the person. What is here, what is working, is the powerful, the faith that you have, that you are cleansing, healing, helping. Because remember that the Christ consciousness is love and compassion for the others. So you can use the rattle, you can use the drum. Let me just take this. When you travel, sometimes you arrive in hotels, areas who people you don't know they sleep. So normally when you don't have anything like a rattle or drum or any plant, you can use a little bell. In this bell you go all around the bed. Then you enter in the bath, you enter all around at the table, in the closet, and even with this you can do a cleansing with sound in the body of someone who doesn't feel well. That is this sound, a Tibetan bell is used sometimes when you don't have any other instrument. A bowl, crystal bowl, these instruments have the power to take out, to in some way to take away all the bad energies and negative energies who exist in that room. So the sound, they don't support, they don't like this sound. And so the energies that you have in hotels, in these areas, when you sleep, always do a cleansing. It's very important because when you are going to sleep, your astral body is going to perceive things. So it's important to be careful with that. And always to use as much we can the prayers. You know, we can do the prayers there. And if some cases, if you have a chance to get a plant, you know, you use in this way. You wet the plant. You go in the four corners of the room and you do the cross, blessing, you know, the area, the east, then you move to the west, then to the north, and to the south, center, even you pass this over the pillows, over the bed, in order to cleanse as much you can. Because in hotels, you know what's happened there. You don't know who slept there, you know what kind of energies. Probably some of you have felt energies there, not positive, and they try to call your attention. I've been awakening many times in hotels, you know, fortunately never injured by any of these energies because I always close, I always do my prayers, you know, or the sounds that I need in order to keep away these energies because they want to connect with you. So it's very important, especially in hotels, especially in areas where you need to protect yourself. And another important thing is to, when you have a patient is going to receive the healing, you can begin with that too. You can begin passing the herbs, you know, all around in order to cleanse. The water is the element who helps with the herbs to cleanse. That's very important. Another important practice I want to share with you is the herbal baths for yourself. The herbal baths are needed nowadays to recover our original vibrations. You know, the primordial energies, the primordial sounds needs to connect again with the energy of the cosmos. And in one of the practices I received, I did 9 days a herbal bath. The bath contains basil, rosemary, roses, petals of roses. You can add some oils, you know, so you put all together and then you enter in that bath in order to be able to receive the healing of the different spirits elemental of the plants. They sucking out all these the disturbing, not good energies who are in your cells and your atoms and your system, promoting, making that you receive again the original primordial energies or sounds to reconnect again, you know, with Mother Nature. So 9 days is the first process, and then you will see how you feel. You can feel more contact with the stones, with the plants, with the animals, with the sky, with the moon. So there are different ways to reconnect with them. There are shamans that we have in the Yucatan. They use this is a copal sap of the copal tree with resin. This they do is they do this, and when they do this, they watch around your aura, and they cleanse your aura with the copal. So what they are perceiving in this case is if you have any unharmony energies, and they see through the flame of the copal, you know, how you are in terms of your spiritual energy. That is another practice that they use it in the Yucatan. We have different shamans, different ways to connect with them. Remember, I told you there is another practice with the sastum, with the crystal, who is a way to see the aura. You put here in your eyes, and then you see the person in front of you, and the person will show here inside, normally with the head down. And that is the meaning that there are energies who are not in balance, according with what the shamans teach to us. And then after the healing with the plants, you know, you can use it, different plants or different ways. When you put again the sastum, the crystal, after the healing session, normally the person is with the head up. The crystals are the great instruments to activate the third eye, the gift that we know with the name of clairvoyance. So they said that the ancient prophets stayed with a crystal, you know, looking inside of the crystal and meditating for a long time until they feel they could see, you know. But there is another interesting thing what happened in maybe you have had the idea that somebody can study you, and there are some shamans who use a crystal like this, and they put in this area. I just want you to see here. They put the crystal here between the spine and the head, again that point, and they could see through the crystal inside you, and they could tell you what you have. There is another shamanic power that they could develop and see through that crystal how is your health, and they can see inside of your lungs, your heart, your stomach, your intestines, you know, your sexual organs, your legs, etc. Another shamans use the practice of the egg. The egg is a great meal, as you know, but inside there is something magic, who is a very, you can say, important energy, who makes the yolk and the clara. And the shamans use normally this to do the cleansing. In the same way, they begin in this way to do the cleansing, connecting with the person. These inside, this energy of the egg is recollecting the negative energies of the person. You know, and all around, first the front, like with the hair, you do the same. First in the head, up, and then down, all around until the feet, and then from the back, you do the same. And then that is the way to cleanse your aura with the eggs. You can find the eggs from the ranch. It's much better than to get the eggs from the supermarket. because the eggs from the ranch are original. It's from the hen and the cock. So that's make a difference. But if you don't have it, you can use the supermarket. And this, after you finish with this, you just put, in a bag and ready for trash. If you want to see, sometimes they open and you can see inside. Some of these black energies or brown energies collected inside of the yolk and the clara of the egg. Some shamans that I met, they use 3 of them or even 5 of them, in a bag, and they do like this. But it's optional. It's the way that you feel it. I always do with one, but it's enough for a person. But it's what you feel. Sometimes you feel to use the egg. Sometimes you feel to use the copal. Sometimes you feel to use the rattle. Sometimes you need to use a specific herb, flowers, but all this is part of your shamanic process. Remember that shaman in Mayan language means something to takes time to happen. Something who takes time to happen means that you are, as you use it in these practices, with the people, to yourself, with the elemental spirits, you are going to evolve. And that's true. When you leave out of the cities for a time, you really recover your power, your gifts. You really feel the difference when you leave for a time out of the city, you come back to the city, you see the difference. Even many diseases or sickness that we have in the city disappear in the moment when you return to Mother Nature. And there are shamans using medicine plants like ayahuasca or mushrooms, or the same peyote, where they have doing healings. And for that, I have a message for a great shamana, a great lady. Her name was Maria Sabina. Maria Sabina was a lady who died in 1985 in Oaxaca, Mexico. And she got the great opportunity to receive people like John Lennon, Mike Jagger, and many other famous people who went to see her in Oaxaca in a place called Huautla. And I could give you this example because this lady, was born in a little town and always was a very humble person. And she did the shamanic connection with the mushrooms that they call the holy children. She called the mushrooms with the name of my holy children, the meat of God. That is the way that she called them. And she did a beautiful ways that I want to share with some of you. The pray that this lady pray is really a shamanic chant. And I want you to listen, and to hear, maybe through that connection with her energy. So I'm going to read 2 times. I want you to have your open eyes first, and then in the second time, close your eyes. She always said these words: I am the Quetzal woman. I am the lightning woman. I am the serpent woman. I am the diamond woman. I am the spiritual woman. I am the conquered woman. I am the woman that loves. I am the precious woman. I am the perfect woman. I am the enchanted woman. I am the violet woman. I am the exquisite woman. I am the crystal woman. I am the river woman. I am the mountain woman. I am the woman that flows. I am the woman that loves. I am the miracle woman. I am the eagle woman. I am the woman that feels. I am the falcon woman. I am the abundant woman. I am the healing woman. Now close your eyes. We ask Father to receive this beautiful shamanic chants. You can use it or develop your inner shaman with the light, with the love, with the honor and respect, to send love and light to our planet, to all the people, to your family, to your friends, and to love yourself. Close your eyes. I am the Quetzal woman. I am the lightning woman. I am the serpent woman. I am the diamond woman. I am the spiritual woman. I am the conquer woman. I am the woman that loves. I am the precious woman. I am the perfect woman. I am the chanted woman. I am the violet woman. I am the exquisite woman. I am the crystal woman. I am the river woman. I am the mountain woman. I am the woman that flows. I am the woman that loves. I am the miracle woman. I am the eagle woman. I am the woman that feels. I am the falcon woman. I am the abundant woman. I am the healing woman. Take a breath. 2 times. Just absorbing these great energies of this chant to prepare you to use your shamanic gifts, to prepare you to enter in any of the fields of the shamanic healing. Little by little, you open your eyes. So imagine yourself doing this for you. How you consider the violet woman, the mountain woman, the falcon woman, the river woman, the sun woman, the moon woman. But this is a rhythm who enter in that process, you know. That's what I try to follow. Her voice was Mazateco, and Mazato is a language, but I try to just feel it, you know. And when you do this, you know, 3 times, then you enter into another dimension. It's changed completely your frequency. That is the magic and the enchanted of the shamanic chants. So you can use it. You can, for men, instead of say woman, you can say, I am the mountain man. I am the enchanted man. I am the falcon man. I am the eagle man. I am the river man. I am, you know, all these, we can repeat it. And later, these energies are coming to you, making you really feeling strong. Believe it, if you do 7 times, that day is going to be totally different energetically for you. Do 7 times before a lecture. Do 7 times before a healing. Do 7 times before a meditation. And then you see the difference, because all these energies are good, are positive for yourself. Your being arise, your energy, you have flames around your aura. Because who is telling you? Who's telling you you are a woman with violet color? You are a falcon woman. You are a moon woman. You are a sun woman. You are a beautiful woman. You can say all of you for you. And this is what she said. Somebody asked her, you know, why are you doing that? Because it's what I am. She said, I am all of this and more than that. So the mushrooms, the God's meat, the holy children, there is a medicine that in the right time, probably you will receive it. But this is the way that the shamans, through the chants, through the prayers, can enter into another dimension. You know, if you remember the way that the shaman blessed, in Cabaquilis Dios, Yumbil Dios, Membil Dios. 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 There is a harmony all the ancient languages have something in common, who is harmony and poetry. They were inspired precisely in all the spirit's elemental, in all the beauty that we receive from Mother Earth. And that is what I try to say to you. Be inspired, flow with that energy. And that is the healing that you are offering to a person. When the person is there, offer your prayers, offer your love, offer that energy to heal the person. And when you are in this, with this chance, you really feel how important is to reconnect with that, how important is to return to that. Before to do the meditation, I just want to share with you this interesting image of a shaman that is found at Chichen Itza. This shaman has a staff here. His legs have the eagle claw, the rattlesnake here, and then the eagle, and then the rest is represented, symbols of the plants. But this is not a shaman that the normal way. This represents that this shaman is in connection with the spirits of the eagle, the serpent, and the feathers of the falcon, the quetzal. And this is an important representation of the will. The staff represents the will. This. When you know where you're going, do you know where you're going? Do you know why you're here? The staff is here. And this is why the ancient teachers, Viracocha, Serapis, Hermes, and many others all around the planet, they used to have the staff. The staff represents that you are walking and you know where you go. You are guided by God's will. So this is an interesting representation and how the shamans could be connected with the different spiritual elementals, in this case of the animals, who represent gifts like the jaguar or like the eagle, connected with the sun or with the moon or with the earth, like the serpent, the rattles of the serpent. So this is our important symbols to understand how to use it, how to employ it in our own shamanic process. The mantra to activate that energy of the will is Te Le Ma. Te Le Ma is the staff symbol, is the mantra for to activate your will. Te Le Ma. Te Le Ma. When you feel weak, when these days you don't feel any strength to begin, you can take your arm. Te Le Ma. 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 Telema, 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 ma, ma, telema, 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 telema. Then you are again ready with a great will to begin the day. Then everything's going out. Way to begin a good day with the mantra Telema. Okay, I invite you to do our meditation, and then we have a break, and then we come back to finish. Okay. This moment, I invite you to take a seat, comfortable, to relax, to connect now with a beautiful golden beam of light descending from the sky to your seventh chakra. Imagine this golden light is getting inside you, harmonizing, energizing, healing all your cells, your atoms, your molecules, your systems, your organs. And you are going to declare, to say, I am healthy. I am healthy. I am healthy. I am healthy. In all my body, in all my organs, in my mind, in my eyes, in my throat, in my spine, in my heart, in my lungs, in my liver, in my kidneys, in my prostate, in my stomach, in my intestines, in my colon, in my sexual organs, in my legs, in my bones, in my feet, in my arms, in my hands, in my ears, in my senses, in my chakras. I say in the name of Father, Mother, I declare myself 100% healthy, 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 healthy. And imagining myself as the ones in the old times walking from city to city, from place to place, saying the sacred words, the sacred speeches, the sacred lectures, teaching, healing, sharing the humankind, the love, the kindness, the healing, the harmony, the singing, the dancing, the music, the prayers. You can say the mantra of the will, the mantra de le ma, 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 Father, Mother, thank you, thank you, thank you for to come to me, for to bring to me again the gift of the will. My will is to be strong, strength, to walk in this time with all the circumstances that I am living in this time, in this planet, allowed me to walk with will, with faith, knowing where I'm going, knowing what I'm going to do, 100% having the faith in the manifestation of my actions to my shamanic process, connecting with you, with your will, heart of the sky, heart of the earth. Thank you. Send love and light, abundance, healing, kindness, harmony, balance to our planet, to all the living beings, the animals, the trees, the bushes, flowers, the fruits, vegetables, minerals, the crystals, the underground, the caves, rivers, mountains, waterfalls, lakes, our home, our garden, our family, ourselves. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Mother. So be it, so it is done. So be it, so it is done. So be it, so it is done. In Lakech, Alakech. Take a breath, relaxing. Second breath, relaxing. After breathe, relaxing. Say thank you to your spiritual teachers, spiritual guides. Thank you, Father, Mother, for this meditation, for to activate, reactivate our will, our shamanic gifts, to believe, to create, and to manifest. Amen. Ishmael. Slowly you can open your eyes and to move again in your place. So we're going to take now a little break, 5 minutes, and then come back.
Okay.
Okay, I want to share with you because, of course, sometimes in your area you don't have the herbs that we have in the Yucatan. But I choose these elementals, spirits you have in your area, that I want you to know what you can do with them and how can you use it for the wellness, for in service for humankind, and within for yourself or for your family. The first one is the apple tree. The apple tree. The apple tree is one of the most important trees, in terms of nutrition, all what is involved. The symbol of the apple represents abundance, life, the colors green, yellow, red, and magnificent, magnificent food, magnificent field. Well, the ancient said that my teacher taught me what is the spiritual gift of the apple tree. The apple tree has a beautiful guardian angel, as a beautiful custodian who is an angel, full of love and full of life and full of light. Uh, the angel at the same time is connected with the fire element. So the aura of the angel is like a flaming one who is very powerful energy when you have an apple tree or you connected with an apple tree to do this practice. What is the purpose of how can you use it? How can you make this practice? You can use it, apple tree, to send, to seed harmony in all families, houses, in all the countries, regions, or in the planet. That is the main purpose of the apple tree, spirit elemental, guarded by this angel of guardian angel. The elemental spirit sometimes dress like a beautiful bridegroom who's going to be married. That is the way that is described. So when you have an apple tree in your garden or close to you, you need to bring a carpet like the ones that you use for the yoga to sit in front of the tree and to do your spiritual connection, as we have done, opening the aura, asking Father, Mother, to the spirit elemental to do the work that you want. For example, if we know that there is an area of the planet that needs urgently to send peace, to bring peace, harmony, we can use the spirit elemental to go there and to help with that war, with that problem. Or in our country, we have an area who is, with certain problems of harmony. There are people is fighting the discrimination we have by the color, etc. Poverty, rich, etc. We can send this energy of the apple tree, the spirit elemental, to help with the situation. So this is important to know what is, to always say the purpose. I'm here with the purpose to connect with you, to ask you, Father, Mother, Spirit Elemental, to go and to help us in this area. In New York City, having some discrimination problems, is a war between the blacks and the whites, or there is a situation there. So you send the Spirit Elemental, through your will, connecting with Father's, Mother's will. And of course, there is a mantra, and the mantra is this: Ebniko Abnikar on. 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 Ebniko Abnikar. Ebniko Abnikar. Ebniko. Do you believe that I could connect from here with an elemental apple tree in the United States? How can I do that? Using my intermediary elemental. Send me my intermediary elemental to connect, to contact an apple tree in the area of California, and to send peace and love and harmony to the people who have fires and they feel desperate, they feel sad, they feel unhappy, they feel wounded because the fires happen. So I send the spirit elemental to bring to them peace and harmony, that the family feels again connected each other, that they put the effort to rise themselves, you know, that they get a new jobs, the government help them, or all the good things that you have in your mind, you can use it, you know, for to use the spirit elemental of the apple tree. So you send the elemental to the person when the person is in depression, for example. You know somebody who is in depression, use the spirit elemental of the tree, send the spirit elemental to cleanse, you know, the area of the head or the area of the heart or the certain areas of the body who are suffering or having sadness or have unhappy experiences, memories, who are making this person put it down energetically, emotionally, mentally. They don't want to stand up, they don't want to leave, they don't want to see anybody. That is not good in any level when somebody got the depression. And this is why we need to use these elementals. We have Mother Nature has given to us by the will of Father, Mother. Nothing is on a coincidence, nothing is casual that we have apples, we have trees, we have oranges, we have pears, we have all these elementals have a spiritual meaning and a spiritual function for us to use it. God said to us, you can use all, you know, but use it with balance and harmony. Ask permission. You can use it. This is for you. The herbs, the plants, the sap, the seeds, the rivers, the mountains, all is yours. But take care of them. Love it. It's yours. But love it. Honor, respect. Okay. So the apple tree, if you have a chance to be physically in front of one of them, I suggested you close your eyes and to imagine from the upper part of the apple like a beam of light going in the direction of the central sun or the sky as you wish. And then that energy is received by the tree, expanded to you, and you receive a straight beam of light from the central sun or from the energy of the sky. And then you fulfill your heart, you fulfill your energy in your heart, and you will feel very, very, very happy. Have you ever had experience to have an apple and to cut just in the middle? Have you ever seen what is in the middle of an apple? This is your homework. Okay, when we finish this session, go and take an apple and just part, just in the center, and see what is there. Okay, you will be surprised. Okay, so this is the first elemental, this is the first plant. Now we are going to check the second one, who is the pine tree. The pine, who exists in most of the countries, especially in areas where it's the mild, cold weather. The pine tree is growing everywhere. I want to introduce this in this way. Do you know what is the meaning of the spheres in the Christmas tree? Why we put spheres, like these little things, you know, all around? Where does this idea come from? It's because when they, well, this is my experience, when they invented the Kirlian photography, the Kirlian who takes the aura, someone was doing experiences with different things, and they took a photo of one pine in one area, And what is all around the branches of the pine are little spheres of light. All around, hundreds of them. So I said, oh, that's why we put spheres. A mystical person in the past, or a wise man, or a prophet saw in the inner levels, in the inner dimensions, that, and said, okay, let's do physically. That is the invention of the spheres. That's why we hang spheres all around the pine, who is exactly the energy, the marvelous energy of this amazing tree. The pine tree is the symbol of the next age, the Aquarian age. It's a symbol of the mind in the Aquarius age, and has a profound connection and a strong connection with children, with all the children. There is a diva angel of the pine who works with the human generation. This diva angel is the helper of God to place the souls who are going to be incarnated in the right place in the next reincarnation. So he is the helper of the Great One, giving us the opportunity to the souls to go to the right place. And just between comillas is that we call the origin of the Dharma and the dark karma. The pine tree elemental has the gift to show us the future, what is coming. What we need is a container with water and a piece of a pine branch. Suppose this is my pine branch, and I put over me, like this, like this, as you feel much better. And then with that intention, you will pray to the pine tree elemental spirit to show you what you want to see. And then you will enter in that statement with a specific mantra, who is the mantra. This is the pine tree mantra. Ah, ooh. 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 Without to open your eyes, you put the branch in an area that don't disturb you, and then slowly you will open your eyes, and I suggested like a bowl of water, and then you will see in the water, and there will be there an image saying to you what you want to know. So, so you do this practice with this mantra, and then you want to know anything about family, your future, the humankind, and according with God's will, in the water, through the elementary of the pine, it will reflect that. What is the key here is to remember that the pine tree is connected with the children, because the children represents the pureness of the mind, the pureness of the soul, the pureness of the heart. And they are the future of this humankind. This age is going to be ruled by the new young people, the new generations, but they need a mind connected spiritually and with the science. Science with heart, technology with love. That is the key. Technology with love, a science with heart. Is what the Aquarian age, this is what is coming. Now we see how many scientists are now bringing back all the connection with the spirituality, with vibration, energies, sacred geometries, quantums, etc. This is the science who is becoming little by little spiritual, because spiritual and science in reality is one thing. This is the conclusion. So the pine is the Christmas tree, and I explain you why, because that represents the sacred blue-white energy who has all the pines. The pines is a sacred energy that I suggested to have one close if you can. And this is representation of the beautiful mind of the child, of the children. So this is the next one is something that you use a lot very soon in your festivals and parties, is the squash fruit, very famous for last October days, and it's used a lot in United States and Canada as a part of the festivities. So we are going to talk about the spiritual gifts of this squash plant, squash tree. Well, the squash is the purpose of to connect with the spiritual elemental of the squash is to work helping precisely the people, the crowds, the human masses, to change for the negative behavior to the positive behavior. There is an angel too who dress sometimes like the yellow, the yellow of the squash, who is a kind of orange. That is the tunica, the cloth that this angel has. And you can do in two ways. You can do in a garden with squashes, if you have a chance that, Or if not, you can bring the squash to your altar, to your table, to your place. And first, to begin, you can cleanse the squash, the fruit, with water, pure water, very well. And then you can smudge a little bit of incense, copal, in order to return the connection with the spirit elemental of the fields, to come in that moment. And then to do, as always we do, the opening and asking to the spirit elemental to help us with the purpose we have, in that case. My teacher suggests that if we have the chance to play a gong, the Chinese gong, the one who is like a disc, that helps a lot to open the energy of the spirit elemental in that moment. So you can play that, and the sound will be similar like the mantra. The mantra of is the mantra ka. Ka. Another great suggestion. Nowadays, there are many people having problems of colon, inflammation of the intestines, because the food the meals that we ingested, we're eating, they have containing a lot of chemicals, and most of them, they are artificial. So one of the great gifts of the spirit elemental of the squash is to cleanse, to heal all the area of the intestines, colon, in order that the people can go easily to make her necessities in the bath without to make an effort to produce another problems like hemorrhoids or any other thing. So the energy of the you can do this pie of squash pie, soup, and you can do sweet. You can make pieces of the squash with water and use this kind of black sugar and boil it, and you prepare an exquisite sweet that you can eat it like a sweet. And this is going to go to your intestines, cleansing and healing. Or make a soup, squash soup. We have in the Yucatan the green ones too, the small ones. You can use any of them for the soup, but the big ones that you have there is the yellow, have a powerful energy connected with the sun. The sun is the one who makes that energy goes, and there is a connection with the Holy Spirit, the Holy Spirit of the sun. So this is a very interesting, a very powerful connection with the energy of the sun, with the energy of the light, and you can use it. We have used it in people who have been under situations of to receive negative energies, through situations. We have used that, and we have used it in people who have extreme problems in the intestines at the point that they cannot do their necessities in a good way. So you begins to eat it in different ways, and the squash is a marvelous spiritual elemental to heal it, or use it, for to harmonize, the people crowds in towns or in your family or human masses. It's an angel who rules, the connection with the spirit elemental is very intense. And the gong, the energy of the gong, the Mayan teachers, the Mayan masters of the White Brotherhood, they are the ones who are connected with that. If, as I explained to you, you don't have a chance to go to a garden with living squashes, buy one in the supermarket, cleanse, smash them, and you can return, you can ask, the spirit elemental to come from the garden, to come from the jungle, to come from the area of the fields, and to feel that the spirit elemental is there when you do your, and then you can use it for your cooking, for your dessert, for soup, for blended, or whatever. So this is a very important elemental for cleansing all the stomach, intestines, colon. It is going to bring you harmony. And in 1 week, the person with these problems will be much feel better. The first day, you are going to feel the change. It's amazing. It is connected with the grandmother Ish Mu Kan Ne. That is the powerful energy. She's the one who suggested us to use it, this elemental. The spirit elemental of the squash was a suggestion of grandmother Ish Mu Kan Ne, and she knows what she's talking about. So they say the mantra, and I have another one with the aloe vera. It's amazing. The aloe vera savila is one of the most amazing elementals, as you know, very good for the skin, wounds, hair, or what is connected with the skin, especially the hair, but you can drink as a blender for the stomach and to balance your intestines too, and it's very good for the stomach. But especially this elemental is good to have at least one inside your home, your house, at least one you have an office, because this elemental, spirit elemental, is connected straight with the heart of the sun. We can say with the Christ consciousness. If you see this, and I did this on purpose, if I take this and I hang yours on the wall without earth, without water, and without the sun, still this plant will grow. never die. It is probably the only plant who has the ability and the gift from God to do that. What is the explanation? The teacher said that the aloe vera receives from the light of the sun the crystalline atoms, and even it's cloudy, the aloe vera connected with that source of the light, and this is the energy. This is the energy that she needs to grow. That's why she doesn't need earth or water, because she is a Christic energy of light, love, harmony, abundance. So you can, if you like it, or you just have a like a plant, in your office with the earth, and some people add some red ribbons, sometimes red, sometimes yellow, because that represents the contact with the light. The elemental spirit of this plant is in connection with the reincarnation process. With the reincarnation process. And they said that in some areas, precisely in Turkey, I don't know, Kemal, is true or not, still, but they said that in some houses, at least in the past, they locate or place out of the houses crocodile skin with a aloe vera at the side in order to protect from any negative energies. So this is what my teacher said that is used in the past. So when you have the aloe vera, at your home, you have a wonderful angel guardian who is giving you the Christ consciousness, the Christ light, the love and the compassion to share that energy with your family. So wherever you have the plant inside your home, if you have situations there in your family, the elemental spirit will help you with problems, with situations, and you can ask to the elemental spirit, to help you in cases of family problems, personal problems, especially connected with problems that are connected with skin or areas that you don't understand the way that you are living your life now. You need guidance. You need to know where you go. You need to understand why you're here. This is all disconnecting with the spirit elemental of the, the plant. The mantra that is used is this one. Is the mantra come. Calm, 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 calm. Calm, 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 calm. When you are doing this, in that moment, if you feel in your heart, You can call the Christ consciousness to heal you in all your system, your cells, your organs. You have specific problems in your eyes. You have problems in your skin, in your hair, in any area of your skin, in the feet, connecting with the nails, the muscles. Or if you drink the jelly in a blend, you can ask to bring the harmony to your stomach, intestines, to cleanse, because there is a powerful Christic energy, coming to this plant. So this is the miracle of the aloe vera, the miracle of the savila. That we can ask to expand, if we have a business, to expand the benefit of our business to the other ones, to another families, to the area. If we need some advices, how to, we're supposed writing a book or writing a project, a document, we can ask the spirit elemental to bring us the connection with the Christ consciousness, how to express our words, our phrases, to transmit the message we need to the humankind in order to touch the Christ consciousness of them. When we have a problem with someone who is dear, a husband, a wife, brother, sister, relatives, or someone who we know, we can send the spirit elemental of the aloe vera to bring the light and the love, understanding that this life is only part of the process of many reincarnations. And we are living one, so we ask the spirit elemental to bring the peace, the harmony, the love to that person or to that family, an expansion of the Christ consciousness. So another thing before to have the 5 minutes, do you have any comment? If you, for example, normally you have a desk or an area that you use to sit or to work. My suggestion, as we do in the Maya land, is to always have a glass of water with, for example, suppose that I am working here, and in front of me, from the time when I come to work, I put in front of me this glass of water with basil. What is this? Is the representation, is the connection with the spirit elemental of the basil or the rosemary or a couple of roses, who they are going to inspire me, guiding me to do my work. If I am writing a book, if I am doing a project, if I am doing my business, if I am promoting products, whatever, this is going to be two aspects. There is a protection in a physical level, and there is a protection in the spiritual level. So if you see here in the Yucatan, you go to markets, the popular markets, when they sell fruits, avocados, watermelon, etc., and even the areas of the butchers, when they sell the meat, etc., they always have, or they have basil, or they have rosemary, or they have the ruda. They always, you are right there, and in front of you, looking, there is always the glass with this elemental spirit. So there is a suggestion. We need now to surrender ourselves and to understand that the spirits elementals are here for our benefit. And as we honor and love and respect them, we can use it because we have, that beautiful gift from Father, Mother to use it and to share that energy with the others. So why not to use it? Why not to use for a herbal bath to feel well? Why not to once in a while to take a little bit of honey in my hands and to put in all my hair, or to take a little bit of the yellow of the aloe vera, and to make a beautiful bath in me, feeling the fresh, feeling the cleansing, or to make a blend with some water with the jelly of the aloe vera, combine it maybe with some pineapple, or the way we feel. The thing is that now we need to use it, the connection with the spirits elementals, because we have that gift. We have the pharmacy, we have the drugstore open, but we don't know how to use it. So the intermediary elemental has opened to us a big door to connect with the spirits elementals and to be practical, to be really practical. Just don't listen, do it. Do it. Do your aloe vera bath, your herbal bath. Use these advices that I'm giving to you, that are two experiences that I've had with them. And I think that this is the only way to advance in our spiritual connection and realization is to practice, is to do it. If we do it, even we are wrong at the beginning, the same spirit elemental will correct you. Something about the medicine of the plants, like the ayahuasca and peyote and the mushrooms, is that they have limits. It's very special, the case of Maria Sabina, the shaman that I sang the chants. But normally, when you begins to be codependent of that elemental spirit, the elemental spirit of the plant stop to give you experiences. Because you cannot be codependent of another situation. Like in this case of an spirit elemental of the peyote, you can use one, maybe 2, 3 times. The same spirit will tell you how many times. There is one day that you will stop to have experiences, because the spirit elemental is going to tell you, I open the door that you see the other side, the other dimensions, but I don't want you to be codependent on me. You understand? This is the way, because if not, somebody can just take peyote every day, or mushrooms or ayahuasca. That they are medicine to open the doors that we could see, that we can understand, that we can feel it, the other side, the other dimensions. But then we need to continue with our real life, with our life who's connected with the connection, balance, harmony in this level. We live now in the third dimensions, but we have the spirit to connect with the other dimensions. Okay? So any question, any comment?
Anybody have any comments?
I have a comment. It's Laura.
Laura?
Okay.
Yeah, I love how you answer the questions. I write them down and you answer them before I ask them. But this concept of the codependency on any one thing you told us is, each time I would think, oh, well, I don't have apple trees in my area, or I don't have, access to this or that. Each time as you were talking, I felt Spirit say, here's some stand-in options. Like, I have an orange pyramid I brought back from one of our trips to Guatemala or Mexico, and it's that yellow-orange calcite. And I heard, use that for the squash if I don't have squash. I have holy basil tea. I'm drinking it now from Trader Joe's, and it's like, use that sometimes for the basil, or aloe vera. It's like different things that were coming to me as you were talking, is not to worry about if you don't have that exact thing. Invite in the spirit elemental to that thing that represents my intention.
Yes. Always, remember I told you yesterday that people who, when you have the faith, I have an experience with my teacher, he has a son with a big cough, and it was in the middle of the night. I was that night by coincidence with him, and we didn't have money in that moment. We couldn't do anything, and he put just a glass of water, and we did a meditation together with our hands, sending the medicine, to calm the cough of the sun, putting the spirit elemental, of the plant, inside the water. So we did it for maybe 5 minutes. And then the sun come, and we did with a spoon, little by little, this water, and it was a calming cough after that. So that is this thing that I want to transmit to you. The only limitation we have sometimes is our mind, is our unfaith to say, no, you cannot do that. You can do that because you are son and daughter of God. Even your situation is not what really cares. What really cares is your faith. What really cares is the way that you communicate, that you express that faith when you say, yes, I want to do that. You understand?
I do.
It's
Yeah.
the same.
I even have a Honeycrisp apple soy candle that was wafting. The scent was wafting when you were talking about the apples.
Yeah, completely.
Well,
There are people who lives in the jungles or in the forest or in natural areas, but they don't have a contact with their spirits elementals of the area, So we need to use it. If we have many wonderful, we don't have many wonderful, and we need to buy apples, we need to buy squashes, we can return the elemental spirit because it's the faith that you have who makes the medicine, as I told you. The spirits have no limits. They can contact you anywhere, everywhere, and they can heal you because it's God's will who is, in this case, making the work.
I found when you, just when you were talking about the apple and going through the mantras, I could smell apples. It was so clear that they were here. And of course, I grew up with apples and apple trees, but they don't leave you, it really was quite special. Did Nancy, did you have a question? I see your.
I did, thank you. Well, first a comment and then a question. First comment is, this has been magnificent. So many fabulous information, and my head is spinning. So I'm going back over it. For the past few weeks, I've been having a thought that I should go out in my garden and gather some rosemary and put it in a vase. So the rosemary was calling to me, what you just taught us to do.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. And my question is, cleaning a hotel room, how do you cleanse the rattle or the drum and the bell after you've used it? Just smudge with copal?
Well, no, normally not, because suppose that I use this rattle, to do the cleansing. But normally when I finish, I could do two things. I can bless the rattle and to release any negative energy, or I can smash this with copal. So you have any of the two choices.
Thank you.
Vanessa, did you have a question?
I did. Thank you, Trudy. I have a question and then I have a comment. Miguel Angel, when you were speaking about connecting with the elemental of the apple tree in the United States, was correct in hearing that you talked about an inner elemental within you? Did I hear that correctly?
You can, of course, if you have the tree in front of you, you can do the practice as I explained to you. But if you don't have it, you only have the chance to get the fruits. You can connect it to your intermediary elemental with the apple tree elemental, and to bring the elemental spirit in that fruit and to make the practice.
Okay. Sometimes when intuitively, when I'm working with the plants, I will feel that I'm making a connection with what's outside because the same thing is in me, vibration.
Yeah.
But I don't have the science to that. It's just a feeling I have. So I wanted to ask that question.
Well, the feelings are going to become in wisdom as you will be guided by the diva of the tree, of the spirits elementals, or by Father, Mother, wills.
Mm.
We always receive that to them.
Mm.
So sometimes when I don't have a clue about anything, I always pray. I always pray. And in the right moment, that intuition come to me, or the knowledge that I need to use come to me, because remember, faith is the most important gift.
Mm.
Okay, so we need faith.
Thank you. And if I can just then make the comment, and this is regarding the codependency that you were just talking about for a while, and I'd like to quickly share an experience.
Yes.
I spoke the other day, the first session of that waking, and I started singing. Well, and that allowed me in time to communicate with the plants. What I didn't say is that I'd had a complete nervous breakdown. I'd been in an abusive relationship, and there was nothing left. And I cried out to God to show me what was real. And I told him to not send me any more teachers, because I'd done everything all my teachers, had shared with me. So I was in this state. And then I did have this incredible experience. But I had asked for no more people. Part of my circumstance was I then had a fear of people because of the abuse. So I didn't want any more people. I just wanted to be alone, but I asked for help. So, it's like the universe said, okay, through love, we're going to heal you. You don't want people. So here's the plants. So then I started singing in light language, and that allowed me to understand and communicate in time with plants. But the information and the mastery that came from the plants wasn't to heal the physical breakdown of my body. And there was so much. I thought I would be crippled. I couldn't use my legs. I had growths happening. I couldn't dance and move anymore. And what the elementals, now I know of the plants, they helped me change my perception and perspective of life and life on earth and myself. And as I was able to renew my perception, and there was an expectation that I put it into practice. It wasn't just a mushy, soft, gentle love, but the different plants would assist me in how to see through new eyes and to use all of my senses. It's like I was given new senses, and to smell new and to see new. Wow. So over time, all of my perception changed. And then because my perception of awareness and self-awareness and that of others changed, my physicality healed. And it happened in the process of a year. It took 6 months for the growths to fall away and for me to be able to walk well again and then run. But that's what the plants helped with. And I wanted to share that because it's not a Band-Aid. Okay, so your joints don't hurt anymore. It's true healing. That's powerful assistance that comes mentally. So I wanted to share that.
Yeah, that's what I recommend highly, the herbal bath.
Yes.
Do it. It's an amazing experience.
Thank you.
For 9 days, and then you will see the change, the difference.
Robin, you've got your mic open. Did you have something to share?
Yeah, I do. I wanted to ask this. When you were talking about using the plants for the smudging, you didn't talk much about smudging with in the way of smoke. So I make my own smudges. I live in Canada. I live in Vancouver. I'm right against the mountains with the huge forests here. And so when you're smudging, it's the same as if you wanted to use a plant, isn't it? I'm talking about using the plant you've just picked versus something that's dried.
Yes, well, always smudging is an action of to honor and to heal or to cleanse. Could be a plant, could be a person. So in any case, it's a connection with God to the energy of the copal or the incense, who is going to open a channel to connect the third dimension with the fourth dimension, and the superior forces could descend with that energy to bless and to heal whatever you do.
Okay. And I also wanted to ask, this is from yesterday. As I said, I live against the mountain, so I hike, I spend a lot of time in the mountains, and I'm wondering, can you just explain a little bit more about the energies coming in to the earth and how the trees help us protect us from the radiation and the gamma rays, the rays?
Okay.
I'm curious about that because I'm going to go up there today and do that.
Yes, it's just to connect with the, to do the blessings in front of the tree and to connect with the spirit elemental, asking to help and to send from the upper part of the tree these energies, this like a dew, who is going to go releasing by the tree to go to the atmosphere to help us with the ultraviolet radiation. It's like to create a shield in the atmosphere with the energy of the spirits elemental of the trees. So you can take a group of the trees in the mountains and ask him for that gift, for that favor, with your own connection, you know, with your own high self. That is the way.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. And I think that's something that all of us can do. It really, that really inspires me to work with the trees. We feel like they're ready for us. They're calling us. Okay.
I have a
You
question.
have a question?
Yeah, this is Kemal. I'm living with a lot of banana trees. I wonder if you have something to say about banana trees, any mantra or anything?
Well, there are many, still a lot of information I don't have time to share because I have many things still I am investigating. But the banana is an elemental who is connected with the sun. So as you eat bananas, you eat energy from Father Sun, and it's giving you a strength. It's giving you a good beat of your heart. There is some elements in the banana, and it is like an antenna who's connected with the sun.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Just for a moment.
And ask one more ask, please, Trudy. Miguel, often I am in ceremony or prayer. What comes up is for me is the suggestion to use ash, and I'm not. So, you know, generally we're working with live plants and things that are alive, and ash would be the result of something that has. Can you give me any information about that?
Okay, there is a practice that you can use the rosemary elemental. Suppose that you have a plant alive of rosemary, you know, and you need to have a purpose. Why are you going to use the rosemary, the trunk, you know, the trunk of the rosemary is used when the elemental allows the person to take out of the earth and to use the green things for smashing or for another things, but the trunk is reducing in ashes.
Okay.
And that ashes are sacred for to do a ceremony. That is the elemental that I know is used for that purpose.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody have any other questions? You know, just email us. Oh, Dolores, did you have something you wanted to say?
I just wanted to say thank you for all that good information. And I had an apple for breakfast.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Did you cook it as I told you? Okay.
Okay,
Thank
everyone. Thank you, Dolores. I am going to send you the video, and I'll send you the notes from Miguel Angel. And if you have questions, just email us and join us again. Keep in mind